Morning, Chief in Chicago with the morning grain comments. We have kind of a mixed trade overnight. We started prices mostly lower and with soybean oil higher. Now we've kind of bounced back with beans about unchanged and wheat up a little bit and corn unchanged, meal unchanged, and soybean oil still up a little bit higher. Stocks are higher. The dollar is higher a little bit. Crude's higher and gold's higher. Again, three big things I think happening to the markets right now is the stimulus package is finally getting money out to people, and we'll see if they put it in savings or if they spend it. We also continue to hear talk about inflation or not, and interest rates going up or not, and the impact that that might have on commodity prices. Everyone hopes that once most Americans get vaccinated, that there'll be an increased demand for food and fuel, which should help prices. On the second one, on the weather front, it looks like most of Argentina will get some needed rains, and that the stress on their crop is probably peaking today. And then I think that the next thing is that here in the United States, Southern Plains is getting rains. For the most part, I think people feel that the moisture across the Midwest and the southern Midwest is good for soils. Might delay in a few spots some plantings of the early corn, and that's critical that we need to get this crops planted early because of the tightening of the old crop corn and soybean balance sheets. And then finally, we have certainly a big report coming up on March 31st with acres and stocks. I think most people look for corn acres somewhere around 93 million acres versus almost 91 last year. And I think people are looking for somewhere around 90 million acres of beans versus 83 last year, and 45 million acres of wheat versus 44 last year. The wheat acres might come down a little bit if spring wheat farmers decide to plant maybe more better returning corn or soybean acres. The northern plains, though, probably will be one area that we have to watch because of overall dryness. We also note that the trade certainly has a different carryout numbers for corn and beans than what the USDA is using. Old crop beans around 100 million bushels versus 120, and old crop corn around 1,200 versus USDA's 1,500. For new crop, people are looking at somewhere around 100, let's say 30 million bushels of beans versus 145, and somewhere around 1,300 versus USDA's 1,552, and wheat around 700 versus the USDA's 700. And again, a lot of these numbers depend upon the crop sizes, but also the demand, especially by China, and just how much competition we get from South America for our corn and soybean export numbers. So in general, we're looking for a choppy trade today. Kind of don't think that the managed funds will increase their net positions as the positions limits go up because of the weather in South America and the U.S. But as we get closer to the March 31 report, we could see some net buying. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.